First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Taken in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
They run. This is Cohen. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Bolden. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 12. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position. And that was special there. First down, a run with Cohen. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Toss play, Cohen, right side. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the
open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Lions nothing. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now the 2nd down throw on target, and he'll be corralled right around the 34.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Madison. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
At the 40-yard line.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 11. Operating from the gun. Madison caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. With that, he'll equal his receiving yards from a week ago. We're just in the 1st quarter. And that's a 1st down as well. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Madison sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Swift. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Madison. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw on 3rd down, Madison. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Lions nothing.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-point drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is Cohen. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run forward with Cohen. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw again, Bolden. That is caught by Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down. Back to throw. Bolden. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Jamie Collins. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. That's caught by Montgomery. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 19. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Montgomery back to the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They'll try to counter here. Cohen. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a carry for Swift. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Madison. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. 23 yards the pickup there.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Madison. And he whips that one incomplete there. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Another throw for Galladay. This one complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Madison eluding the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bolden. The screen pass here to Cohen. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Off the toss, Cohen. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears have taken the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Bears 17, Lions 10.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. It reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down, Madison. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up second down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bolden. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough. And they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Bolden escaping the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Bolden. And this will be caught by Mooney. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Back to throw. Bolden. And he finds Montgomery complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The man is connect, the tight end. And he'll get it down this time to 17. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
It's now 4th
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Pinheiro now to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go! Here we go! Let's get him!
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. The throw down the field caught by his running back. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, 78 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
Lions 21.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cohen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Bolden. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From the gun on 3rd down. Bolden, the quick slant caught. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
They try again with Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd? And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
6 brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bolden. Pass incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Bolden. That's complete to Mooney. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First down, Bears.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Back to throw. Bolden. And he will find his man on the outside. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Throwing on 1st down. Bolden. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. David Montgomery, the target, out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't